Hi, Susie Homesteader of the Rockies, and welcome to the Susie Homesteader channel. And today we're talking about beauty, and we're talking about making your own homemade beauty products. And there's several different kinds of skin types, so what we're going to do today is just focus on teenage skin, which tends to be one of the harder skin types to manage. So we'll start with teenage skin, but before we start talking about some homemade teenage skincare products, let's talk about your skin, because your skin is the barometer for everything that goes on inside your body. So if you're sleeping and you're getting 8 or 9 hours of sleep, and you're drinking lots of water, and you're exercising, and you're sweating, and you're eating well, your skin will show those signs. If you're not doing any of those, your skin's also going to show those same signs, which is the bad news. So unfortunately, with teenage skin, no matter how good you take care of yourself, because of the imbalances in your hormones, it's still going to affect your skin. And you can have those hormone imbalances at any age, not just at a teenage year, but that is obviously the most prevalent years you're going to have problems with your skin. So today, we're going to focus on doing a teenage mask. And that's probably one of the more important ingredients when it comes to this skin type, because what we're really trying to do is absorb oils and dirt and bacteria that causes acne and breakouts. So we're going to try and regulate a little bit of that with a great homemade mask, which is going to consist of 3 ingredients. And we're going to use a baking soda, we're going to use some cinnamon, and we're going to use some honey, and we're going to make a teen mask. So I will show you exactly how to mix that up and how to apply that and how to take it off. And we're also going to do just a kind of a quick step-by-step process on some other products that you're going to use for teenage skin. So we'll do a teen cleanser that you would start with, always cleaning your skin even before you use a mask. And then we'll do a teen toner, and then we're going to do the mask. And then after your toner, we're going to do a moisturizer designed just for oily skin, and a non-greasy moisturizer. And there's also a great teen peel that I like to use instead of a scrub. And I don't really like using scrubs for teen skin, only because sometimes that overstimulates the oil glands and creates even a bigger problem. So I will have all of the recipes and all of the ingredients for you on a full line of homemade skincare products just for the oily skin type. And today I will show you how to start with the mask. And just remember, when you're making your own homemade skincare products, you may have to refrigerate some of these. They won't have a shelf life like what you'd get in a department store or any kind of a retail store that sells cosmetics. And that's the good news, because you won't get the chemicals and you won't get the preservatives that would be in those, but you are going to get possibly some raw and some organic and possible plant materials that will not last that long. So you really don't want to make a bigger batch than you're actually going to use. You're better off making small batches instead of large batches at a time so that it doesn't go bad. You're going to steal things from your kitchen, from your pantry, ingredients from your bathroom, some ingredients from your garden and your plants outside. And I'll have another video for you on that talks more about how to set up your base, so to speak, or your station for all your homemade skincare products, as well as hair care products and some borderline medicinal products that you can also make at home. So lots of great fun products to make that you can do by yourself. You won't be paying the 600% markup that you'll find when you're buying cosmetics and particularly makeup in other stores. And you can do this all on your own every time you run out. So fun way to have your own products at home. and good way to kind of experiment on your kids. So, so we will start today with a teen mask. And again, you're starting with clean skin. And this is going to be 1 tablespoon of honey, and you're gonna need 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. And I'll have that written down for you again on my website, Susie Homesteader of the Rockies, where I'll give you exact measurements for all the kind of fun stuff that we're gonna make. So let's start with our teen mask. And again, super clean skin. And if you can, avoid using your fingers. Try using a brush instead of your hands for this, only because your fingers can have tons of bacteria and oils on them as well. So if you have a brush or something, even a makeup brush that you can start to use just to kind of get this on. This particular mask is a really nice thick paste, and that's because of the baking soda in there. So kind of similar to when you're baking a cake or baking cupcakes, you're kind of looking for that same thick paste consistency so that it does not run off of your skin while you're putting it on. And you also want to leave it on for about 10 to 15 minutes anyway, so as your skin heats up, as your mask heats up from your skin, the warmth of your skin, it could start getting a little runny. So you're better off making this mask a little thicker than you think you might need, because it will warm up once it touches the skin. So get that on as thick as you can. And you can also warm this up before you put it on too, which is a kind of another nice idea, because that will help open the pores as you're applying it. And as you can see, I like to use these green tea bags to cover their eyes, just for one reason, that it won't get it in their eyes, and then also just because the green tea is great for your eye area, because it will reduce puffiness or any other kind of problems that you have going on with the eye area at the same time. So as you can see, that's a little sticky and it's a little thick, but that's okay because it's only going to start getting a little bit thinner. So just get that on the best you can. If you don't have some kind of a little face brush or makeup brush, that's fine too. Just make sure your hands are really clean. And one thing I tell my kids, particularly my boys, during their teenage years, is just don't touch your face as much as you can, because believe it or not, most of that bacteria and all that dirt and everything will come off your hands every time you touch your face. So there's the idea. And I'm going to finish putting this on, so I'm gonna stop for a second, and I'll get back to you as soon as I get this all put on his face. Okay, so we got our teen mask on. We left it on for about 15 minutes. And what this is going to do for the skin, all of the ingredients in here will open the pores up. The cinnamon in particular will kind of stimulate the skin, and all 3 of those ingredients will kill bacteria and absorb a large amount of the oils and dirt with it. And then as well as adding some vitamins and amino acids back to it with the cinnamon. So lots of great properties for this mask, but the big ticket on this teen skin is just absorbing all that dirt, oil, and bacteria, which hopefully we've done. So what you'll do after you get this on, and it's been about 15 minutes, is you're going to just take a nice super hot washcloth, or you're just going to go in the shower and get this all off your face. So take your washcloth, and actually we're going to take these off first. Take your washcloth and start getting your mask off of your face. And the warmer the better, and the easier it'll come off. Now remember, particularly on a male skin or a boy's skin, preteen, might have some whiskers if they didn't shave, so that's gonna make it a little bit harder to get off than it would on a girl's face. So this is going to be a little tricky because he didn't shave before we did this. So instead of going against the hair, you're going to try and wipe it off with the same direction that the hair is growing, so it's not so painful. So we'll get back to you in a second after we get this mask off of his face. Okay, so we removed our teen mask, and you want to follow up with my teen toner and a teen moisturizer. Now, I know a lot of teenagers are real hesitant about putting anything else on their face like a moisturizer, but if you create one that's lightweight enough and non-greasy, what it's really going to do is just try and create a cover, more of a cover for the skin to keep out all that dirt and bacteria that they accumulate during the day. So a lot of kids this age will not put any kind of a moisturizer or anything on their face, but it's actually a really good idea because they can still have dry skin as well as oily skin. And again, it serves as kind of more of a protectant to the skin, especially if it has some sunscreen in it. Without clogging the pores, if you can make the right combination of ingredients. So again, I will have a whole series of products for you, for particularly just for teen skin, as well as other skin types. And you can come find all that on my website, Susie Homesteader of the Rockies, where we will cover all kinds of fun and yummy homemade cosmetics that you can do by yourself for all skin types. So if you have any questions, come see me at Susie Homesteader of the Rockies, and we will see you there. Bye-bye. Let's get started. Subscribe to the Susie Homesteader channel, and we'll see you there. Bye-bye.